how's it going? Today I thought I would sit down and show you guys a little bit of an island update. I haven't done one of these in so long. I actually did one for Tea Tree a couple months ago. I never finished Tea Tree, but I'm very attached to my new island Bisou, and I really think this is going to be the first ever island that I actually fully finished. It's really fun to see like the evolution of an island, the process that it goes through. So yeah, we're just going to look at all the nooks and crannies, and hopefully you guys enjoy this. But if you're new here and would like to see more from me, make sure to hit the subscribe button and hit the little bell to be notified for whenever I post a new Animal Crossing video. I like to do island tours, island updates. Yeah, let's get started and look around Bisou. Starting from my entrance, my island is kind of like a sleepy village theme, so I do like to play really early in the morning when I decorate, just because that's kind of where I want my dream address to be saved at. The colors look really nice at around this time too, so yeah, it's just like a very inspiring time for me, specifically for my island. And let me actually quickly show you guys my map. I'm like okay with this map. I decided that I think that the best thing to do is just kind of go off of what's actually on the island versus caring too much about the map, especially because I'm actually like just super happy with the way it's turning out. Anyway, I do have a yellow airport. It's my favorite color. Oh, and this is my island flag also. I didn't actually draw this myself, but I thought it was a really cute code, so I have that for now. Hopefully next time I'll have my own specific flag for Bisou. And as you enter, I have a ton of trees here, so you guys can see a lot of nature, more of like a dirt path pattern. I'll leave all the links, or not the links, but the codes down below for you guys to download for yourselves. I do have like a little bit of a stream here that kind of cuts right into the entrance as you walk in, which I really like because I think it's a little bit of an unsuspected touch. A lot of stone here as well, which you'll notice because I kind of just wanted to give it more of like an abandoned type of feel in certain aspects of it. So if we walk over to the left, there's a camper van which we just decorated on stream today. Very chaotically so. It did take me a while for some reason. Some days you decorate and it's just like that's all you got in your mind. But anyway, as you walk out here, there's a little bit of a wooden plank / picnic blanket situation. One of my favorite codes that I have at the moment. I have a little bit of a seating area, a lot of soft colors, greens, tans, some hanging clothes behind the couch. Got a lot of overgrown grass peeking through here and there, some stone, some weeds also. And then over here to the left, I thought I would add a little changing room just to kind of give it a little bit of a realistic sort of vibe. And then I have lifeguard chair with a barbecue next to it, because I remember when I was a lifeguard, I always got really hungry. So, you know, gotta make sure the lifeguard's fed to save lives, I guess. If you go straight this way, there is this sort of peach orchard. I've seen a lot of people use these doll houses as fairy houses, but then I also thought it'd be really cool to use the matryoshka DIY as like a fairy type of creature, you know, living on the trees in the fairy houses. I don't know. I'm gonna walk past this area into the meadow, which is still a work in progress. At the moment, I'm wanting to add a little house here, maybe, possibly, within this fenced area. And then I've added this code that kind of looks like a door opened. And I just thought it was a really clever way of creating a fenced in area. I'll show you guys how that actually looks over here on the right. But first, we walk past the stream. Right back here, it's still very much empty, but I do like adding just a bunch of natural looking streams across the meadow just to make it look more realistic. And then, well, over here is Norma's yard, and at the very entrance I have this cut down grass with a lawnmower, long weeds to kind of give it a fluffy sort of look and just make it look very realistic. As you walk past the door, there's some floorboards, a dirt path that leads into Norma's house, and for her I decided I would add like a little cabbage farm sort of area, but I didn't want to add too much cabbage just because I don't have a lot of space. So I've only got a couple of little patches of dirt there with the mum cushions acting as the cabbages. I just played around a lot, moving around some of the details here. There's like a little water faucet to grab some water to water your cabbages, and then over here I have some silos to kind of give it a farmy vibe. And I did add a couple of items that are a little bit more on the realistic side to kind of make it look like an actual lived-in area. I have this ladder back here. I do really like that ladder though. It looks super realistic when you add a bunch of trees around it and stuff. But then for that little spot specifically, I wanted to add a little green leaf pile, so it looked like that garbage bag was for like a landscaping type of trash. And then as the finishing touch for Norma's yard, I also have this tiny little picnic blanket here with some cake, some mushrooms kind of placed on top of this cutting board. Another great pattern. I think it's absolutely beautiful. As you walk over here, I have also added another fence, kind of dividing it from the resident services. I just realized I'm barefoot right now. I have always struggled to know exactly what to put in front of the resident services, and I thought that kind of just going off of the theme that I have, which is more of like a meadow open theme, very natural, I would just put a garden right in front of it because you can never go wrong with a bunch of flowers. So I just placed this beautiful garden here. I definitely need to start working a little bit more to the right because it's still unfinished on this side, but I think it's absolutely gorgeous, and definitely in the morning light it looks even prettier. And as the day progresses, you see a lot more bugs here, butterflies, dragonflies, and there's a little bit of a garden entrance here as well, just surrounded by trees. Another thing that I love playing around with are all these trees, kind of dividing every single area that I have. So as you can notice from my meadow, I have like a lot of trees kind of surrounding it because it kind of just makes an opening for all those flowers and also gives way for more paths, which you will see on the left side of that. I have another path, and this leads you right into the entrance again. There's a little bit of a waiting spot to sit down, wait for your friends as they enter. Got an Able Sisters here. Again, going off of this very overgrown theme, I have a lot of weeds here, flowers, bushes, and then a little display for some clothes. I definitely think I might want to add a couple more things here. As you walk right into the Able Sisters, there's this overgrown garden door sort of placed off to the side, so I kind of wanted to make it look like it was just slightly open and you can crawl right in. There's a loom here on the left for the Able Sisters to make some clothes, some scissors, and a bit of gardening too, a pie to welcome people in, and again, some more bushes, a lot of trees surrounding it, definitely dividing it from the rest of the area. So by adding all those trees around it, it makes it look a lot more secluded again, and divided and just more cozy. So it just goes to show you that you don't necessarily need a ton of terraforming or cliffs. One thing you might notice as you walk through the areas is that I have a lot of these lanterns, and I think it kind of just invites you through the island. It is a really great way of keeping things kind of cohesive and together, and I like the sort of ancient look of these lanterns, so I do have them kind of spread around as you walk through. This is one of my favorite paths that I have on my island too. It just kind of looks very like cozy, and like the trees are sort of breaking in together and creating more of like a shaded area. I have a garden wagon here, sort of supposed to look like it's being pushed down the path. And as you walk up this way, there is, wait, actually first, can't forget my bell. I added this little bell here to kind of give it something special next to resident services. I have another path going up this way. Now this area is still a work in progress. As you guys can see, I started placing Freckles' house here. I had more of like an inverted path sort of theme going on here, but I did take it apart because I kind of want to make it look a little bit more natural. And then over here I have this area which is pretty much done. Like this is, wait, except for that. Let me take that apart. Oops. Kind of wanted to make it look very open and almost like a relaxing park sort of area. I have a clothesline here where the villagers can just come and drop their clothes off to get nice and dry, and then a picnic next to that, and then this is a little boating area where the gnome goes out into the lake or something. I don't know. I just think it looks really pretty, and I like how open it is. It doesn't really have a lot going on, so it kind of makes way for the view in the background. And then on this side, there's a little bit of a path that leads you into this little island right here. Very quaint. I love the way I layer these two items together. I think it kind of adds something to the lighthouse, so I placed it right behind that lighthouse there. A little bit of a seating area into a secluded island in the middle of the lake. And that is pretty much all I have on my island so far, but I'm really happy with every space that I have. in it because there's a lot of love and thought put into every single area. So I'm excited to kind of continue showing you guys the progress. But if you would like to dream of my island, I will leave the dream address down below and also somewhere here on the screen so you guys can come visit it. Even though it's not done yet, I think it actually looks pretty cute. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this type of video. It's really fun for me to make. Thanks so much for watching, and until next time, bye!